The original land area of the Narragansetts was the entire state of Rhode Island, a larger portion of northeastern Connecticut and parts of Massachusetts. We had colonies and we had villages on Long Island. There's still a town in Long Island named Narragansett, and it came to us beyond memory of any man. When the state in 1880 tried to wipe out the existence of the Narragansett with the flourish of a pen, there were elders in the tribe who trained the up-and-coming generations to correct the wrongness of that action. In 1976, the 1790 Non-Intercourse Act surfaced that said no state could transact any business for its lands or other services without the direct intervention of Congress. These transactions would have to be approved. That opened up the way. We entered into a suit with the state and the Southern Rhode Island Development Corporation to preserve what was ours or to regain what was ours. And in 1978, the federal government solidified that, and we entered into a joint memorandum of understanding in which we received back approximately 1,800 acres of land out of the 3,400 that we were going for.
In 1978, after 300 years of oppression, the Narragansett Indians were recognized as a sovereign nation and regained a small piece of their original land in what is now called South County, Rhode Island.
Our approximate 2,000 acres is in fact a nation located within the boundaries of another sovereign, which is the state of Rhode Island. But it is a tribal government empowered with a direct relationship with the Congress of this United States and the general federal government and its agencies, no differently than the state of Rhode Island's General Assembly and its chief executive.
Although many tribes regained small portions of their lands, their people were still impoverished. To give the Indians a financial advantage, in 1988, the United States government passed the Indian Gaming Regulatory Act, which made it legal for Indians to establish casinos and other gaming facilities on their lands.
Part of their coming to the conclusion with that particular act was to give Indians a springboard off of which they could have some kind of economic development for their people.
The Narragansett Indians want to build a casino on their tribal lands in Charleston.
We just want an opportunity to take care of ourselves. We don't want your welfare dollars. We want an opportunity to take care of ourselves.
All through history, we've taken things from them. I think for once we should be able to give them something back.
They were here before anybody was here. Okay, it's their land to begin with. They're not the foreigners. We are the foreigners. We're born in this country, but our parents came from the other side. It's their country. They have the legal right to open up any gaming or any type of business they should want to open up.
The Narragansetts have a legal right to build a casino on their land. This casino will not only help the Narragansetts improve their standard of living, but it will help people throughout Rhode Island by creating jobs and improving the state's economy.
I would presume that there are at least 600 construction workers who will be involved on that project for a period of perhaps 18 months. Our goal would be to keep these jobs as local as possible, certainly Rhode Islanders, certainly South Countyites. We will have a team of engineers, site surveyors, architects, all of whom we hope will be from the Rhode Island area.
If we were to build this casino, it would not be done with taxpayers' dollars.
Bringing in 2,000 to 3,000 jobs. We are talking about a direct infusion of monies and spin-off dollars directly into the economy.
Now that's quite a benefit to those non-Narragansetts, and the Narragansetts as well, of course, but that's quite a benefit to people when they can take home a decent week's pay.
With the instability of EB, they're probably not going to make any more submarines there. This is a chance for local people to retool themselves and get into another job so that, they can continue to live.
They're not secure in their job, especially in this local area. You have all sorts of industries around here that are laying people off and, requesting early retirement, etc. And we need some jobs in this area.
In Ledyard, they brought in jobs for people who didn't have jobs or the greatest jobs in the world, and then they expanded from there and started employing people in the neighboring communities, and now they just had a job fair in Hartford, and I guess they're going to hire 1,000 new people. If they can do the same thing in Narragansett, I think that's excellent.
The people want an infusion of better economics into this area, and they are quite well behind what we're attempting to do.
To the Narragansetts, the land, which they have fought hard to regain and preserve, is everything.
We're talking 10,000, 15,000 years of living well within our environment, leaving no trail, leaving no trace, keeping it pristine. There's that gut feeling when you walk on the land of your ancestors that is not easily answerable in words. It's more of a feeling than words can express. So if you ask me what it means to me, how about everything?
And we've always protected our land in every way possible.
If we can get a viable economic endeavor going, then it will enhance our appreciation and our service to our environment. We'll be able to do something in quahog farming, many things that deal with enriching the environment and bringing it back somewhere near where it was ages ago.
There's a love that I specifically have for our property because it is pristine. It has been relatively unintruded upon. And so any planning that goes on it, irrespective of what type of structure is going to be placed on it, I have to look at what that structure is going to do to the land.
To the Narragansetts, a tradition of honor is a deeply rooted value. The Narragansetts would not allow an unsavory element to destroy their heritage and their reputation.
Well, organized crime has never been part of the Narragansett Indian tribe.
Well, organized crime has never been a part of the Narragansett's tradition, and I don't foresee it happening in the future.
It's something that will not exist with us. We won't tolerate it.
The regulatory controls on our casino and the agencies that we must work with, like I say, may be, in my opinion, a little too tight. But I'd rather have it clean and extremely tight than to be loose and suffer a reputation of having organized crime or having some type of skimming going on in the casino. It does not serve our interest.
Some Rhode Island politicians would have you believe that the people of this state are not behind the Narragansett Indians in this cause. When we talked to people, we found otherwise.
I've been out of a job for 2 years, okay, and I've been walking the street, going to all the agencies looking for a job. And I figure if they open up this place, maybe I'll get a chance to get a job.
Everybody needs to work. Everybody's looking for a job. The economy is really bad right now. So anything that will produce jobs for someone is a good thing.
The small towns in the state cannot deprive them for what they're looking for. That is government land that was given to them, granted right out. So they are a separate nation. So therefore, I think we should give them their rights. They deserve it.
I think it's an excellent opportunity for people to bring in more income to the surrounding area.
There is gambling in the state of Rhode Island right now with lotteries, Keno, bingo. If the churches can hold bingos, why can't the Indians have a casino?
Building a casino would help the growth of the economy in this area. A lot of people are moving out of here to try to find jobs elsewhere.
Well, I'm busy against gambling, but on this case, because the Indians have been abused and robbed by we American people for so long, they have a right this time to benefit from the wealth that we accumulated at their expense.
Definitely bring in revenue, he'll bring in more people, and they'll spend money. They'll keep them here instead of going over into Connecticut.
I think the Indians should be allowed to have their casinos and their gambling or whatever it is that they choose to have. And I think it's a shame that, because of the politicians in the state of Rhode Island, they're holding them up.
The Narragansett Indians want to build more than just a casino. They want to build a better future for their people and for all of the people of the state of Rhode Island.
We just want an opportunity to take care of ourselves. We don't want your welfare dollars. We want an opportunity to take care of ourselves. Why don't you give us this opportunity? We're going to help you as well as you help. It's a two-way street. It's a two-way street.